This stuff.
So we try to reach for the paper. We missed it. Along the side of the ditch is a dusty path leading toward what appears to be an elaborate hedge maze. So we can either enter the culvert or enter the hedge maze.
I want to go hedge mage. Maze.
Yeah, why not?
Hedge mage.
Sounds good. So find story card 12.
Alright. The hedge mage is... Why do I keep saying mage? I really wanted to be a wizard in there, I guess. The hedge maze is massive. Its thick hedges walls are twice as tall as you, but don't seem stable enough to climb. So you have to you'll have to solve this labyrinth the old-fashioned way. You take a deep breath, you steady your nerves, and head through the maze's entrance. Alright. If you go left, draw a clue 9. If you go right, draw clue 1.
Ooh, left or right?
I'm usually prone to right.
Right? Alright, so what was right?
1.
Clue 1. Wait, so what do we do with... Before I go into this, what do we do with clues? You turn and follow a path for several minutes. Wait, this looks familiar. Raise danger meter by 1 and draw clue 11. What? What a load of crap.
I guess we went the wrong way.
I guess so.
Alright, you keep going and going. It seems like you've walked in a circle. Raise danger meter by 2 and draw card 12. Clue 12, sorry.
God damn it. Alright, so discard that, facing up.
You feel like you might be getting close to the end of the maze. To go left, draw clue 13. To go right, draw clue 14. Alright, I'm going to leave this decision up to you.
Let's go right again.
Alright, we're going right.
So what was that?
We would draw, for right, we would draw clue 14.
14, alright.
You'd think you'd be better at this by now. Raise danger meter by 2 and draw clue 13.
What?
Shoot, we're getting real close here. Finally, you see it. The end of the maze. Go to story card 18.
Story card 18. You finally come to the end of the hedge maze. It exits towards a pool house. A short stone pedestal stands in front of you with a metal lockbox on top. Perhaps someone wants to reward you for navigating that accursed maze, though the whole thing does seem suspicious. Looking toward the pool house, you see its door is barely hanging from its hinges. There's also a gate that leads, you assume, directly to the pool. Optional free action. To see if the lockbox is open, draw clue 3. I mean, sure.
Alright.
It's not like we have to roll for it. Truck key. Not only is the lockbox open, but inside you find a key to a truck. Your psychic senses tell you this is an important item. Keep this item. Move forward 2 spaces on the psychic scale. Oh man, we're actually going somewhere on the psychic scale.
We're not just raising our danger meter.
So we now have this as another item. Now we can either explore the pool house or walk through the gate to check out the pool.
On the back there was a pool and there was like a sword. So we should probably check out the pool.
Alright, so walk through the gate to check out the pool?
Yeah.
Story card 23.
Alright. It's obvious that nobody has cleaned the pool in ages. The water is murky, green, and the surface is littered with leaves and branches. Ripples pulse outward from the center of the pool. Out of nowhere, you hear a commotion. You look around and wonder if it's coming from inside the pool house, nearby. Then you see movement on top of a gazebo in the distance. Someone or something is engaged in a struggle up there. Maybe they need your help. Then again, if you offer your assistance, you might end up needing help yourself. Optional challenge. Investigate the ripples in the pool. Win lower danger meter by 2 and draw clue 8. Lose range danger meter by 2.
You want to investigate those ripples?
It gives us the option.
Fuck.
I mean, if we lose, we're done. I'll roll for it. If you want. And then, that's optional. And then...
Yeah, let's not do that. Because apparently there are also challenges that aren't optional. So let's skip on that.
Okay. If you go to the pool horse...
Pool horse?
Pool horse. Yes, the pool horse. If you go to the pool house, draw story card 11. If you go straight to the action at the gazebo, go to story card 9.
Ooh.
Are we going to the action or the pool house?
I guess we got a pocket knife.
Yes.
Let's go to the pool house. Let's avoid that action. We have some pretty high danger going on right now.
Story card 9.
You can tell that the pool house was once quite luxurious. It contains half a dozen private rooms with showers, as well as an ornate mahogany bar in the common area. It must have been fun to hang out in this place in its glory days. Those thoughts fade as the sounds of a disturbance erupt from the top of a gazebo in the distance, and now you can hear a lone violin playing a soothing melody. Investigate the gazebo or follow the sound of the violin.
I kind of want to follow the sound of the violin. I'm easily distracted.
Let's do that. Story card 17.
Alright, 17. You move further and further toward the hypnotic sound of the distant violin, which is oddly calming and uplifting, even though the winds increase around you. You notice there is a driveway up in the distance, but before you get there, you arrive at a horse stable with an open gate. Inside, sitting on a stool, is the source of the violin music. A chimpanzee, playing its heart out, a soulful expression on his face. The chimp is fully committed to the music. You have never heard such an emotional performance. It's beautiful. Oh, look at that. He's playing his soul out. Alright. If you leave the stable and run to the driveway, go to story card 30. If you tiptoe through the gate to experience the full power of the performance, go to story card 24.
Let's experience the full power of that performance.
Alright.
Story card 24. You tiptoe through the open gate, eager to hear the finale of the chimp's violin piece. Quietly. With your third step, you trigger a motion sensor light that completely illuminates the interior of the building. Apparently, there is no stable. It's a kennel. 20 Doberman pinchers were peacefully enjoying the concert, but now they glare at you with anger in their eyes. The chimp frowns and slowly points his violin bow toward you. The Dobermans respond and rush to attack you and then eat you alive. The last thing you see is the chimpanzee violinist laughing at your fate. So embarrassing.
This is how we get taken out?
The end. Move back one space on the psychic scale and return to story card 17.
Oh, okay.
Oh, interesting.
Alright, so we get a second chance?
I guess so. Alright. Then what was the other option?
We leave the stable and run to the driveway. Go to story card 30.
Let's do that. Story card 30. The cover of the instruction booklet was the death that we got.
Chapter 1 goal achieved. You appear in a driveway, which leads you to the mansion's entrance. On the door is a plaque that reads Marston, a large crystal door knocker which seems newer than everything else on the front of the building. You knock loudly, many times, but there's no answer. The storm is really picking up now. You try the doorknob and are surprised to find that the door is unlocked. You've been lucky enough so far, but we wonder if you've missed something. Before you enter the house, you look back. You can see a few clear paths. One leads towards a statuary? Yeah, statuary. Another to a small cemetery. 2 or more paths stretch out before toward a watery ditch with a gate at the house's luxurious pool. You could go back and explore if you want to. Story return. There are items in this chapter that will be useful later in the story. You can take a risk and go back for anything you missed by following the choices below. If you head to the statuary, raise danger meter by 2 and go to story card 4. If you head to the cemetery, raise danger meter by 2 and go to story card 21. If you head to the ditch, raise danger meter by 2 and go to story card 26. If you head to the pool, raise danger meter by 2 and go to story card 23. Otherwise, you may advance to chapter 2. Keep all inventory items.
Sounds like no matter what, we're going to be screwed.
Yeah. We did too many reckless things at the start.
Let's just keep moving on.
Alright.
What does it say to do?
We're going to chapter 2.
Oh, okay.
So,
See if there's anything in the instructions on how this works out. The game includes 5 chapters, each with its own goal. Keep this goal in mind as you make story choices and take on challenges. When you see this on a story card, chapter 1 goal achieved, you have completed a chapter goal. If you die during your adventure, move the psychic mover back the number of spaces on the psychic meter as directed by the card, and go to the previous story card as indicated. Dying isn't the end of the game, it's only a setback.
ooh.
The danger meter represents your precarious state. As the danger rises, you are less capable of meeting the perils of your adventure. The numbers on the danger meter indicate the current difficulty of any challenges you face. If you are instructed to raise or lower the level of the danger meter, move the danger mover up or down to indicate the indicated number of spaces. If the danger mover reaches the space at the top of the danger meter, by exact count or more, you must stop and take a penalty. Move the psychic mover back 2 spaces on the psychic scale. Then reset the danger mover to the third 3 space on the danger meter as shown by the arrow. You will begin your next story card or challenge with the danger mover on the third 3 space.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Okay, so it's not just like instant death like I thought it would be.
When you reach a story card indicating that you achieved your goal, you may move on to the next chapter. Keep any items you found and maintain your current positions on the danger meter and psychic scale. Return this current story card deck and clues deck to the game box and take out the card sets for the next chapter. At key places in the story, special story returns let you go back in the current chapter to pursue alternate experiences. This might result in new items to add to your inventory, but every choice you make comes with this risk. You might climb up the danger meter or fall down the psychic scale. If you choose to go back in the story, 2 rules apply. Cards you have already seen, cards that have been discarded in clues in your inventory, cannot be added to your inventory again and cannot lower the danger meter or move you forward on the psychic scale. 2. You must make it back to the story card with your chapter goal in order to continue to the next chapter. Chapter 2. The Mansion. You made it. You're inside the Marsden house, the cursed edifice that has haunted your nightmares for weeks. Your trek through the mansion's grounds has left you with far more questions than answers, to the point where you have to wonder if the smart move would be to turn around right now and forget you ever came to this infernal place. You're no quitter, though. You're an inspiring detective and psychic investigator. You won't give up this case until you find out why a spooky, futuristic mansion you'd never seen before has somehow found its way into your dreams. And why you got a call from the house this morning. You're standing in a grand foyer. Its modern decor is elegant in its minimalism. Suddenly, a man in a delivery uniform bursts through a set of tall, double doors screaming, "Help! Help! They're after me!" The man cries. He rushes toward you, but suddenly drops to the ground as if he had been hit by an invisible hammer. You dash to his side and hear his breath coming in short gasps that sound almost like sobs. He gives a terrible shriek and lies still. This man has been frightened to death, you think. Story card 31. Just then he inhales sharply, jumps to his feet and bolts past you and out of the house. You breathe a deep sigh of relief. So, not quite the death. Something falls from his clothing as he makes his exit, and it hits the floor, tinkling. You kneel down to inspect the object and discover that it's a small dart, the kind that might have come from a blowgun. Whatever this man was afraid of, his fear seems to have been justified. Just how dangerous is this house? As your thoughts swirl, a loud buzzing noise erupts from somewhere beneath your feet, shaking the floor. The noise is so loud it drowns out the gathering storm outside. Just as quickly as it came, the noise stops. It sure sounds like something weird is happening beneath the manor. You're willing to bet that, whatever is happening in this place, the answers await you down there. Clue 57. Goal: find access to the basement. That up there. You don't see any way to a lower level from the foyer. Rather, a sweeping stairway leads upstairs, while the double doors that the frightened man ran through head off to your right, and a smaller door, slightly ajar, leads in the opposite direction. We can take the stairs to the second floor, go through the double doors, or walk through the smaller door.
Even better visual presentation.
Oh yeah. There's the stairs that lead up, the double doors he came through, and the little door, I guess.
Well, we're trying to go to the basement.
Yeah.
So definitely going up the stairs wouldn't help for that. So probably like that little door.
Alright. Story card 42.
You enter a parlor, which is decorated in a more old-fashioned way than what you've seen of the house so far. Rich cherry wood paneling covers the walls. Dozens of exotic animal heads are mounted. There's some Marsden ancestor. Some Marsden ancestor was quite fond of hunting, or at the very least, taxidermy. Each of the trophies featured the same expression, fangs bared and savage eyes that make the animal look ready to leap from the wall and pounce on you. The effect is quite unsettling, but you also sense that they might be hiding something. There are two ways out of here: an open passage that leads to an adjacent library brimming with books, and a tightly spiraled iron staircase going up. Optional challenge: search the animal heads. Win, draw a clue card. Lose, draw another clue card. So, we could do that.
Let's do it.
Okay.
We gotta get a 5. Are you gonna roll?
Yeah, I wanna roll.
So you gotta get 5 or higher. You didn't.
I did.
That was a 2.
Alright,
So
so
if
we
we
draw clue 41.
If we lose?
Yeah.
Oh.
It was
okay.
a clue if you win and a clue if you lost.
Oh, neat. We didn't get more danger.
Seeing something reflective inside the open mouth of the cheetah head, mounted on the wall, you reach your hand inside and clumsily bump its canine teeth, causing its jaws to clamp down on your hand. Overcome by the searing pain, you struggle to pull it out and succeed at escaping with all your fingers, just barely. Raise danger meter by 4.
With 4. 1, 2. Oh, bloop, bloop.
Oh.
So now we're down to Psychic 2.
Okay.
And Danger third 3.
Okay, so take that, and then I gotta finish this. If you head to the library, go to story card 45. If you climb the stairs, go to the story card 36.
Let's hit the library.